UNC's budget crisis is about to be met with force as President Feinstein moves to implement cost-saving measures.
And we begin our coverage of the Marcus Garvey Cultural Center's Black Heritage Month events. Thank you for tuning in to Bear News. I'm Zoe Campbell.
And I'm Tanner Schwint.
UNC's Board of Trustees supports President Andrew Feinstein's efforts to reduce the university's deficit using several strategies. After meetings with the President's Leadership Council and gathering feedback from the community, Feinstein laid out several strategies for a cost-saving middle ground. These include university-wide changes like increasing employee health insurance contributions to 40% and reducing the employee-dependent tuition waiver to 50% for personnel hired after June 30th. Feinstein said implementing these changes will save more than $2 million a year. The president also wants to decentralize the university's budget and consult members from each college about generating savings. UNC trustees gave positive feedback on these strategies and the president's approach to the budget issues. Feinstein said he's confident UNC will eliminate the deficit by 2020. The UNC Board of Trustees has its next meeting in early March when detailed work on the budget commences. So, about those budget cuts, we have some specifics now. University President Andrew Feinstein outlined 4 cost-saving proposals at a campus meeting Tuesday. Faculty contributions and health care will increase by $420 for individuals and $1,150 a year for families. There's also a plan to incentivize long-term employees to retire. UNC plans to reduce the undergrad tuition waiver for dependents of new employees hired after June 1st from 100% to 50%. The biggest change for the school will be the division-level cost-saving goals. These changes should be finalized by the end of this week and put in place for the coming fiscal year. The new budget takes effect on July 1st.
UNC Student Senate is changing how it's integrated into the campus community. Representatives from every academic department discussed ways to better represent and serve their peers at last week's meeting. Student Body President Tim Hernandez emphasized the importance of accountability and actively working toward improvement. In order to be more present, the senators established 3 key principles to focus on: communication, visibility, and purpose. Senators will also look into contacting various clubs and organizations about sending representatives to sit in on their meetings. A full schedule of Student Senate's business meetings is on their website.
We could see some changes in how UNC processes sexual assault cases. Members of the Sexual Misconduct Office at UNC met Wednesday to discuss some possible changes to Title IX that could bring about those process changes. Title IX is a federal law that prohibits sexual discrimination on the basis of sex. In recent years, this has come to apply to how accusations of sexual assault are dealt with by public universities. In November 2018, the Department of Education sought to alter some key components in the regulation. The proposal would narrow the definition of sexual assault and require a live hearing for cross-examination of evidence. The other important changes in the Title IX proposal limit liability of acting on sexual assault cases to only those with the power to implement processes at the university. Currently, any faculty who hears about a sexual assault incident must report it. The comment period for the changes closed Monday, but the Department of Education must consider all feedback and concerns for the proposal before the proposal moves forward. The Center for Women's and Gender Equity wants to open conversations about sexism and gender justice. The center is working with Gender and Sexuality Resource Center to provide weekly workshops to students on campus. These workshops are part of the Unite program that UNC offers to allow students to learn about inclusion. The Sexism and Gender Justice workshop highlighted topics such as feminism, gender discrimination, and privilege. UNC freshman Rio Hopper works with the center and helped lead the workshop. She describes why she enjoys getting involved.
I just really enjoy the work that I do, and any time that I can engage with people and I can talk to people and I can have difficult conversations that lead to growth, I'm willing and I'm excited about it.
Time, dates, and location for upcoming Unite workshops can be found on the UNC website on the Equity and Inclusion page.
Ever wondered how you could get a bite to eat at a discounted price? Well, as a UNC student, Bear Biz is here to satisfy food and other cravings and save you money to boot. Bear Biz is a collaboration between the City of Greeley, Downtown Development Authority, the Greeley Chamber of Commerce, and the UNC Collaboration lets local businesses become partners with the university to bring students discounted prices at places to shop, dine, and more. All students need to do is go to a Bear Biz partnered business and show a student ID for exclusive discounts. The businesses span from health and fitness, service and retail, fun and recreational, food and dining, salon and beauty, to hotels. Wondering what businesses have student discounts? If you're looking to get health conscious, Team Tom Gym, Mindful Massage, and Bodywork LLC and Front Range Dermatology Associates have got you covered. For service and retail businesses, Auto Tailor Incorporated, Courier Inn Bed and Breakfast, Gojo Sports, and the Greeley Mall have discounts for you. Want to get out and do something fun? Boomerang Links Golf Course, Chippers Classic Lanes, and the Union Colony Civic Center have deals for you. Looking for a bite to eat? You can find discounts at Batter Up Cakes, Blackjack Pizza, Canton Garden Restaurant, Cold Stone Creamery, Daruma Japanese Restaurant, and DP Dough, just to name a few. How about a spa day? Bear Biz has you covered for that as well, with Brick House Salon and Spa, Roosters Men's Grooming Center, and the Barber Shop. Have some out-of-town guests coming for a visit? Candlewood Suites, Doubletree by Hilton, and Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott offer you some good deals. So next time you're looking to dine, shop, or have some fun on a budget, take a look at what local businesses have discounts at www.unco.edu/bear-biz to find all of the details. And when we come back from break, we will kick off Black Heritage Month with coverage of the Marcus Garvey Center's ongoing celebration.
And the university's new favorite place for pie has an exciting day. All that and more coming up. We will be right back.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Wrapping up a week of honoring Martin Luther King Jr., students engaged audience members with poetry about civil rights and unity. Inside the campus commons, 3 students competed in 2 rounds of poetry. They were then scored by 5 random members of the audience. Other students performed a few of their poems non-competitively, and there was even an acoustic guitar performance. The evening focused on the theme for all the MLK events UNC put on last week, which was Unity Begins With You. Rowan Thomas won 2nd place and Mikatan Kai O got 3rd, but Torrance Brown Smith's rhymes won the evening.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equally. King glancing out the future, demanding men be switched with human beings because it'll be a shame for us not to represent inclusivity.
The Poetry Slam concluded the week of events put on in Greeley to celebrate MLK Day. Even after its MLK Day march, the Marcus Garvey Cultural Center is in full celebration mode. The center partnered with Greeley's Crest Cinema and Lounge last week for a screening of the 2018 film Black Klansman. Surrounded by bright lights and movie posters, UNC students and faculty toasted the evening with sparkling cider in place of champagne. Flocking to popcorn and colorful party hors d'oeuvres, attendees mingled and quickly filed into the theater. The Garvey is back on campus later this week to kick off Black Heritage Month.
The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences unveiled the nominees for the 2019 Oscars last week to a resounding meh. No surprises were found on this year's ballots. There's interest found in the Best Picture category following the drama in 2018 over the proposed induction of the popular film category. This year will feature the first superhero film to be nominated for Best Picture, with Black Panther this year will also break the mold in the animated feature category, as this is the first year since 2006 that a nominated Disney film is not the favorite to win. Predictions are that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse will beat out Incredibles 2 for the first win over Disney since Happy Feet took home the Oscar over Cars. The best predictions for Oscars winners are the results of other awards shows, with Bohemian Rhapsody and Green Book sweeping both the Golden Globes and the SAG Awards. Look to those two to make a splash at this year's ceremony. The Oscar ceremony will be held on February 24th at 6 p.m. Make sure to hang around the Campus Commons. Why? Well, you just might learn something new. And the Campus Commons Art Gallery freelance installation artist Graham Thompson hosted a workshop about art handling and installation. And she knows what she's talking about. Thompson worked with the Museum of Contemporary Art in Denver. She emphasized knowing your work and how you want to present your art. Using a hammer or drill paired with nails, screws, and brackets, Thompson demonstrated how to secure a piece of art properly. Frames alone can cost more than $10,000, so you can bet that artists and curators rely heavily on proper installation techniques.
The pie in the sky keeps on turning here at UNC. See what I did there? In honor of International Pie Day last Wednesday, the Pie Cafe in the new Campus Commons decided to raffle off a new mountain bike. They scheduled the raffle to take place at 3:14, which is symbolic for a less than appetizing kind of pie. But when they chose the winner, just like my knowledge of mathematics, they were nowhere to be found. So after an anticlimactic drawing and some confusion as to where the winner was, they called the lucky customer. Still no luck. They got no answer, so they left a voicemail informing them of their win. Wow, what a way to win a prize. Nothing burns off those residual Pie Day calories like a nice bike ride up a mountain. As students, we all know that sick days are just not in our vocabulary. So to make sure you stay healthy and ready for class, Bear News reporter Renee Ortiz joins us for your health tip of the week.
Thanks, Tanner. Everyone knows we're in the midst of cold and flu season, so my health tip for the week is this: wash your hands. I know it sounds obvious, but washing your hands after opening doors, touching animals, and of course, using the restroom lowers your chances of getting sick immensely. If you're unsure of how long to wash your hands for, sing happy birthday twice to yourself. Not only will you be sanitary, you'll feel a little better after you sing a little song. Sometimes it's the simple things that make the most difference. Back to you, Tanner.
I think that maybe the singing portion on my part might make more people sick. But anyways, thanks, Renee. Join us next week for another in our series of weekly health tips.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Super Bowl 53 is just around the corner, so reporter Sarah Methuselah took to the streets to ask students who they think will win the big game.
The Patriots have done it again, and this year they're taking the LA Rams on in the Super Bowl. Today I'm asking students who they think will win.
Hopefully the Rams.
As much as it pains me to say, I think the Patriots will win this year's Super Bowl.
The Rams for sure.
The Rams.
Yeah, definitely the Rams.
I hate to think that the Patriots, but I hope that the Rams do.
The Rams.
Tom Brady and the Patriots because Tom Brady's cute.
The Rams.
Unfortunately, I think the Patriots are going to win.
Reporting from the University Center, I'm Sarah Methuselah, Bear News.
Well, that cleared that right up. I know I'll be glued to the TV screen this Sunday to see who brings home the iconic Vince Lombardi trophy.
UNC's men's basketball team joins the women's team at the top, moving to first place in the Big Sky Conference after winning both of their games this weekend.
And the Bears men's tennis team made history of their own this weekend with a big-time win against one of the top teams in the country.
Courtney Lockett will have all the highlights coming up in sports.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Hey,
God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The UNC men's basketball team's hot streak continues, and Jordan Davis is making some personal history as well. Without a doubt, JD is the leader both on and off the court. He proved that again Thursday with an outstanding performance. He dropped in 36 points in a 79-68 win over Southern Utah. The Bears didn't have much time to enjoy the win as they squared off with the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks Saturday in Flagstaff. The quick turnaround did not faze the Bears at all. They held a 22-point lead over the Lumberjacks in the first half and a measly 20-point cushion in the second half. This was a stronger team effort as the Bears had several players in double digits as they pushed their record to 14-7 on the year. They also have a 3-game winning streak against Big Sky opponents and sit first in conference. One other stat to note about JD and his incredible season and career: he surpassed the 2,000-point mark Thursday and is now less than 100 points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in Bears history. The Bears are back in action on February 4th against Montana State. The UNC women's basketball team continues its winning ways, this time at the expense of Northern Arizona. The Bears adding a win over the Lumberjacks to their record, beating them 63-53 at home Saturday afternoon. After a slow first half, the Bears came out of the locker room ready to rally, with senior Savannah Smith leading the way. Smith caught fire in the third quarter, dropping 22 of the Bears' 26 points. Smith recorded a career high of 30 points and added 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. With the win, the Bears moved to 13-6 on the season and 8-2 in conference. That means they still hold on to first place in the Big Sky. Up next, the Bears head to Bozeman to take on Montana State on February 6th. Another weekend meet for the Northern Colorado track and field team spells yet another loss for the season. This one came at the Indoor Air Force Invitational, where both the men's and women's teams finished in 6th place with 37 and 56 points, respectively. Although the team results might not look so good for the Bears, many athletes did walk away from the meet with individual wins. Senior Alicia Thompson brought home the Bears' only first-place finish, winning the women's 800 with a time of 2:19.25. Taking a look at the field events, Ashley Register turned in another high finish in the triple jump, placing second with a mark of 11:85. On the men's side, Jake Tagita also finished second in the triple jump with a mark of 14:88. In the men's 200, Kyle Thomas finished third with a time of 21:79, with teammate Antoine Coates finishing close behind, taking fifth with a time of 22:06. Other top finishers from the women's team include Cami Sargent, Kylie Chavez, Alyssa Tatum, Dorian Nesby, and Shemai Johnson. On the men's side, it was Isaiah Remington, Cameron Ross, Greg Lede, and Luke Duggan. Northern Colorado track and field has a chance at redemption next week as they head to Boulder for the Colorado Invite. UNC women's tennis sits at the top of the conference following their home matches this past Sunday. The Bears went head-to-head with CSU Pueblo and Colorado College, sweeping both schools in their morning and afternoon matches. UNC started their day against Pueblo by earning points in doubles matches, with Rafa Mora and Sandra Kita taking their match 5-2. The Bears won all 6 of their singles matches, led by senior Anna Battersby, who won her match 6-0, 6-1. Following the matchup against CSU Pueblo, the Bears returned to take on Colorado College in the afternoon action. All doubles teams won their matches. Sabrina Shabra and Sinclair Larson took an impressive win, 6-0, 6-0. Sophomore Madeline Doherty had a hard-fought battle, but she beat Tess Rubin 6-3 and 6-4. UNC returns for a match in Greeley against Metro State on February 1st at 1 p.m. An incredible win and a devastating loss marked men's tennis on Saturday. The day began against Southern Methodist University. A match against the home team is never easy, especially against one as skilled as SMU. And after 4 matches, the Bears were down 3-1 with 3 matches left. But sophomore Alex Ekstead and freshman Julian Kenslers tied the match, leaving it up to junior Adolfo Arroyo to win the match 4-3. Following the comeback victory, the Bears faced Nebraska. But that match didn't go as well. The Bears appeared to put up everything they had against SMU, and when faced against the strong Nebraska team, fell 4-0. The Bears take time to recover and get ready for their next match against Montana in Greeley on February 9th. And finally tonight, after a successful and warm trip to California last weekend, the UNC wrestling team faced a couple of tough opponents in a much colder region of the country. First on Friday, the Bears matched up with number 16, Northern Iowa, but didn't find the success they wanted. The Bears lost that duel by a score of 38-6. But head coach Troy Nickerson said it was a good experience for our guys to wrestle in that hostile environment. The Bears look to use that experience against number 25 North Dakota State on Sunday. Didn't happen. The Bears lost the duel by a 30-7 score. Nickerson added at the end of the duel that mistakes cost the Bears on the road trip. Well, good news, the team has time to correct some of those mistakes. Their next action isn't until February 15th.
You know, a lot of crazy sports going on right now. UNC very busy. The one thing that stood out to me, Jordan Davis. He's closing in. That's a pretty impressive
Without a
milestone.
doubt, he'll be in the UNC Hall of Fame for sports,
Well,
without a doubt.
Pretty close to getting that all-time record. That's a nice little add-on to a great career.
There you go. Remember, Bear News is your on-campus source for all things UNC.
Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned every week as we bring Bear News to you every Thursday. We'll see you next week.